Welcome to today's cooking show, and for you today we have pasta with a Romesco sauce. The reason I say pasta is pretty much any pasta will do for this dish. And it's one of the quickest pastas I've ever made. Literally, you start making the sauce the second your pasta of choice hits the water. So start to finish, less than 10 minutes. Or depending on your pasta cooking time. So we have 1 pound of pasta boiling away for however long it takes the pasta to cook. Again, like I said, it's a good idea to take a minute off of the minimum package cooking time because it's, it continues to cook after you've drained it. So, to our food processor, we've had 1 cup of jarred roasted red peppers and a half a cup of whole almonds that I toasted up a little bit in a pan. Then we have 1/3 of a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Then a little spice mix of a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of paprika. And then salt and pepper to taste. 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Finally finishing up with 5 tablespoons of olive oil. Pop the motor on our food processor and blend away. And you want to go till everything is well blended together. And it should look a little bit something like that when you're done. Now, you might be thinking, oh, it's a little too thick. Well, don't worry. You're going to grab, before you drain your pasta, you're going to grab a cup of pasta water. We're going to use that to thin this out when we mix everything together. All right, let's get to mixing. All right, now we have our 1 pound of bucatini that has been cooked al dente. And the reason I chose bucatini is I like bucatini. I love that hole in the center of the pasta. Now we're going to add our Romesco sauce. And then we're going to add a little bit of that pasta water. I started with about 1/4 of a cup because you can always add it, but once it's in, you really can't take it out. And then you just want to start tossing the pasta till everything's coated. Adding more pasta water if you want it a little bit smoother. I added just a hair more pasta water. Gave this a few more turns and tosses. And we're ready for plate up. All right. Got ourselves a nice little plate up here. We're going to make a nice little nest for our pasta. Covered in that lovely Romesco sauce. Now, this is optional, but I'm kind of a big fan of this. Some freshly grated black pepper on the top. And finally finishing it off with a light dusting of Parmesan cheese. So, that's pasta with Romesco sauce. Done.